I'm at Mama's Happy today with Amanda, and she is going to teach us how to make an amazing serving tray out of course, something old that we don't like anymore.
Okay, so we're going to start with, this is just an inexpensive plastic charger, okay? Maybe back in the day we thought it was beautiful, right? And now we're just trying to decide what to do with them. Okay, so we're going to just take our Annie Sloan chalk paint, which you're familiar with by now. For those of you who aren't, it is just a great paint for projects like this where you want it to be able to stick to any surface. You don't want to have to do any preparation or priming or sanding.
It's actually shocking because this is very glossy, so you would think with traditional paint that you have to prime it or do something, but it goes right on. And the thing about Annie Sloan paint is it's just so easy to use and you don't have to be perfect. So once we're done painting, then we do step number 2.
Step 2 with this paint always involves the soft wax, and which comes in the clear and the dark, and that's going to be what seals the paint itself. And so just as we've done in the past, this actually has some wax on it. You need very little for this, something this size.
But it's important that we have to do both steps. It's not just for aesthetic, it actually is what seals the paint.
It seals the paint, that's right. So we're going to paint that on. And then if you want to do any kind of antiquing or glazing or anything like that, then you can use the dark wax to give it that aged look.
The patina. I like this. I do like to use the dark wax sometimes too, but this looks great, I think.
Well, and what you'll notice here where we had the paint on a little bit thicker, and then you can put a fan on it or a hairdryer on it and actually get the paint to crack, and then the dark wax gets into those cracks. It's another way to give something the impression of having age, even if it does not.
Okay, so once we've got our wax, now what are we going to do with this? I mean, it looks different, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's better, I mean, than we had before.
Well, and this is where you get to personalize it. So now you've improved the look. You've taken the cheap, fake gold, and now this is where you're going to personalize it to something that matches your home or your taste, your decor. So here we've just taken an image off of the internet. We've gotten this one off Graphics Fairy, and she has amazing graphics. They're all free to download. And download it. It needs to be printed on a laser printer. So that's the only thing you need to make sure that you're using a laser printer for this transfer gel.
And this is backwards.
Yes.
So we can use it.
That's a key step.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I was kind of actually confused. I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm like, oh, it's backwards.
Yes.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that you print it in reverse, and that's just an option when you're working in whatever software you're using your image in. You're going to just choose to reverse the image.
Okay. So what are we going to do with this printer?
Okay. So now we're going to take our transfer gel, and you can buy this at many different craft stores, or we sell it here at Mama's Happy. So then you're going to just paint your transfer gel on and about the same size as your images. You don't want to go too far over because you'll see some of that sheen afterwards. Okay, and now you're going to paint some on your image itself. And again, just a thin coat, and just think of it as a thin coat of glue.
And I have to obviously cover all of it, right?
Yes. Let me give you some more room here.
This is actually mind-blowing to me when I see what this does. Okay.
And I mentioned that you need to have a laser printer to print the image out. If you don't have a laser printer, that's the time you could go to Kinko's or Office Max and just have them print the image for you.
Okay.
All right, so now you're just going to lay that down, and since it's a circle, it does not matter.
That's perfect for me. You've crafted with
Yes, I have crafted with you before, yeah.
All right, and then I press it down, or what happens?
Yep, and then what you're going to do is let it sit. It's going to, all of that is going to dry. And, they recommend 2 hours. I say, even if you're doing this maybe in the evening, which is when I tend to be working on these kind of things, let it sit overnight.
So then, as you mentioned, this is kind of like gluey.
Yes.
But the paper will come off?
Yes, so here's going to be the next step, okay? So we've got this. So now, voila, we waited till morning. And now you're going to just take a cloth and dip it into your water, which we've got some water right here for you. And what you want to do is get all of your paper wet. So you're just going to kind of press the cloth. Here, I'll show you how to. You're just going to get it.
I just want to show, because I think this is interesting. It's like you can see where it started to come off and how the transfer has transferred.
It transferred. It worked.
Okay.
So you want to get your paper damp, let that sit for a little bit, and as it soaks in, then you're going to be able to just gently pull away the paper. See how easy?
Yeah.
So again, you don't want your cloth to be dripping wet. You just want it to be damp. And then let that sit on the paper.
Okay.
And then
once I do that.
Once you do that, you have your finished, beautiful, customized
amazing.
charger. Wouldn't that be fun to do for a wedding gift? And you could do something with the couples, the wedding date, or
It'd also be
a
really
birthday.
cute to do. Although, is this food safe? Can you eat off of this?
I don't know that I would eat off of it,
Okay.
but it would be great to have even under, under something that is food safe.
Yes. Really pretty.
A glass plate on top of that.
Would be really great. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Amanda. To learn more about the project we did today and all the other fun projects I've done with Amanda at Mama's Happy, visit our website.